a bit of a rough month. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to be doing a little bit of wrap up for September, talking about what's going to be going on in October, as well as just some general sorts of updates. I was doing short story September was my theme for September, and so I do have, by the time this is out, there'll have been both parts 1 and 2 where I kind of talk through all of those short stories that I read. So that's where I'm not going to do like a traditional wrap up where I talk about all of those because I talked about them in more detail. Some of them include The Inheritance by Robin Hobb, Megan Lindholm, Hidden Girl, and Other Stories by Ken Liu, and The Book of Dragons, which is a collection of other authors. DNF'd 2 of those, basically. I did kind of, I skimmed and skipped a lot of stories in Book of Dragons, but I liked The Inheritance, and then I had a couple of others at the end that went well, but overall, not a great time with the short stories. It's just a lot of the stuff I was reading didn't really work that well for me, but I'll talk a lot more in detail about that there. I did otherwise. The main thing I did that was non-short story related in the month of September was The Daylight War by Peter V. Brett, and this was continuing. I've been rereading the series and going through there, and I did also, again, do a quite long video talking through a lot of ideas with the series of video, but this was definitely a step down from the first 2 books, which were really, really good and almost better than I remembered them, although I still didn't hate this, and I saw enough time. It has a really strong ending and leads into a lot of big stuff to come, but that was one of the few non-short story things I did through the month. I did also do, and I didn't include it in the short stories because technically it's not a short story, but I did The Burning Man by Tad Williams, which has one that Heidi, one of my patrons, had been recommending me for a while, which is a kind of like old prequel from Ostenard, but it plays in, is pretty relevant with Last King of Ostenard with some of the stuff that it shows, and it also just sets some really interesting context for some stuff that you end up exploring in Last King of Ostenard, and especially after finishing it, gives you some more questions based on what was in there, and it's really interesting. I really enjoyed it. That was one of the highlights of the month, just because I had kind of a mixed month, obviously, but that one was really solid. So as we got to the end of the month, I was just kind of sick of short stories, and so I decided to just kind of quit where I was at. Some I might go back to that I was still kind of working my way through, and some I may not. But I just decided to pick up something totally different, and so went with The Daughter's War by Christopher Buehlman. Been meaning to get to this for a really long time, actually, and I just decided to grab it because this is reasonably short, and I just figured it was going to be something very different. A lot of the short stories that I happened to be reading were a little bit more speculative or sci-fi, and so something more fantasy sounded good as well here too. And I'm not super far into this one. I've been really taking my time with it. Weirdly enough, this month too, as the month has gone on, and it's like with my daughter being super sick, and then my wife getting sick, and then me getting sick, just been slow moving and kind of tired myself, and so I found in the last like week or so, weirdly enough, usually when I'm like extra tired, audio is easier. I've not been really getting much audio and just mostly focusing on physical, and just sitting and reading physical has been working a little bit better for me. So I'm still kind of taking my time with getting through some stuff, but I finished out a lot of the short stories I was reading were physical too, so that worked out. But yeah, going through that. And that'll be, I might, I'll have to see if I end up having that finished by the end of the month. I probably won't, even though it's pretty short. So we have that going on. Otherwise, the big thing coming up for October is the start of the Backlist Book Club. So we are doing Shards of Honor by Lois McMaster Bujold, and that is a particularly difficult book to track down, apparently, because even like the mass market paperback seems to be going for a lot online. So I don't have a physical copy. I will probably end up just doing ebook. That was the audiobook cover. The new covers for this series are really bad looking. The old one's cool, but so I'm probably going to end up doing ebooks because I haven't been able to track down a reasonably priced copy, and I do not want the new art that seems to be more readily available. So Grover Gardner is, I know, a popular narrator. I'm not a big fan of him. Something about him just doesn't work that well for me, so I don't know that I'll end up doing any audio. But I've heard too that reading, especially the first one physically, getting more into her style, I think works well. And so we'll see how that goes. But I'm really excited to get to this one. This did win the polling by quite a lot on both my channel and Fina's channel. This was the pretty decisive winner out of what we had. And first book is pretty short too, so it should be a pretty easy one to get to. But I'm really excited to start there with the first of the Backlist Book Club and getting to that one. And then I will be reading Children of Earth and Sky by Guy Gabriel Kay. I'm just continuing the Kay books that I've been reading with Ben from Books with Benghis Khan and Zamar, author and YouTuber as well there too. And I feel like I'm ready for Kay. We are actually supposed to do this in September, but I was like struggling trying to get through a lot of stuff, so we decided to push it back. But I'm very ready for Kay. I feel like I need that after not really enjoying a lot of reads from September. So I'm really excited to get to that one. Otherwise, I don't really know what I'm going to be reading. I'm going to be kind of figuring it out as I go along for the rest of the month. It's probably taking it a bit slow to start the month as well, too. I will be going on vacation and probably not getting as much reading done then. So October might be a little bit of a quiet month as well. So we'll just see how that goes. But that's what I have here for the wrap up for what's to come and the little bit of general updates as well. I'm thankfully feeling better a little bit as of or I'm filming this too, and everybody in the house is seeming to do a little bit better. And I'm hoping I checked really carefully too to make sure that my video clips are good this time, because I ended up finding out somehow my I usually film at about 140% level, and it somehow got bumped to 14 and missed a 0, and that makes a pretty big difference. So should all be good from there too. But really, that's it for this one. So let me know your thoughts on any of the stuff I talked about down in the comments. Make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the links in the description for the Patreon if you want to support what I do, as well as the Wizard of the Enclave Discord if you want to chat books. Whether any of these books, other books, really anything at all, it's a lot of fun and we'd love to have you. And of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.